While videos are a great way, videos are great to reach out to millennials, writing still plays a pivotal role when you want to cater to everybody around, in the classy individuals, the elder ones, because people still read newspapers and they don't. There are many people who buy and read newspapers rather than swiping through the videos or the snippets over their tablets or computers or smartphones. So friends, welcome to Let Charlie Entertain, and today we are going to talk about writing. So I started my career as a writer. Like when I was 6 years old, I started my career then. When I was in class 1, I used to write. I used to scribble at that time. So somebody told me that I might be a very good writer because I was very descriptive and I was very imaginative with things. And I still am. And later I completed my engineering, but I was never pretty much inclined to the nooks and crannies of those electronics and stuff. I enjoyed it. Regardless of that, I took writing as the preferred choice, and presently I have 2 content and digital marketing firms which I own in partnership with few people, and this is where my entrepreneurial crusade was actually helped by me being a writer. So today I'm going to tell you or enlist a few things which can make you a very good writer. I don't know whether as good as those people who are writing novels and stuff, but it will make you pretty good. So actually follow these 5 techniques which I'm just going to tell you. First, you need to get out of that language barrier. Like I write in English and Hindi with equal prowess. But there are many people who think talking in Hindi or writing Hindi is like kind of demeaning. But ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है. हिंदी उतनी ही इम्पोर्टेंट भाषा है और उतनी ही ज़रूरी भाषा है जितनी इंग्लिश है. So, like I just said this line in Hindi and it doesn't make me an illiterate person. So get out of that language barrier. English is important, but other languages are also important to all of us around. Second, first I will come to the first point. Like if you want to cater to a lot of people, you need to be equipped with all the languages. So most of the videos which I make, some will be in Hindi, some will be in English. And if somebody requests me, I will try my best to do it in other languages as also, which I know. Next comes the second point is to visualize. You just can't take a pen and a paper or a keyboard and go on writing stuffs. It just won't work for you. You need to visualize stuffs. You need to think what are you going to write, and is it abstract? Is it related to technology? Is it a satire? Is it comical? Is it humorous? You need to like think about a topic, gauge or comprehend it from your environment, your personal experiences, and then put it to words. Going straight towards something will not work. Third, you need to understand what kind of a writer are you. Are you looking to like take care of your pocket money by doing content writing, editing, all these things, or you want to write something for the masses? You want to go for a novel, or you want to be a book critic, or you want to be a book reviewer or a movie reviewer. There are a lot of fields and genres to work with, or you can be a copywriter who pens down his original ideas. So there are many genres, and even if you have selected a genre, you can go accordingly. Like if you want to do something abstract or you want to do something related to technology, it depends on you. But before writing or before starting with a genre, you need to first understand what kind of a writer are you. Are you a fictional writer, non-fictional writer, technical writer? All these things you need to, or an academic writer, you need to take a hold of these things, what you want to write about. So first, we get to don't stay in a language barrier. Second is to visualize. Third is to understand what kind of a writer you are. Fourth is to read. The more you read, the better you get as a writer. Actually, there are many conjectures which people draw. Like, I am a writer, I need to write, I can do away by reading 1 or 2 books, but you need to have an appetite for literature. Any language, like even if English literature, Hindi literature, anything. If you want to be good at something, you need to see people who are already very good or rather best at it. So reading novels, I'm not talking about Chetan Bhagat books, by the way. Go for some mature topics when it comes to, if you are looking for Hindi writing, go for Prem Chand. If you are looking for English, go for Amitabh Ghosh, Jhumpa Lahiri. You can also go for Paulo Coelho. If you need to understand the things, if you are more of a thriller fan, you can go for Robin Cook, John Grisham, all these things. There are many ways to feed the reader in you, to instigate the writer in you. That is what the approach is. And fifth, don't write for money and don't start your career in writing by looking to earn. Like there are many people who write for paltry 20, 30, 40, 50 paisa per word, all these things. And there are many good writers who do ghost writing for all these people, who pay them a paltry sum of money. Like, pardon me for this unkempt hair. I'm just doing it in haste. So there are many people who write things for money and like they just write and they take money and they don't get the name for that. There might be great pieces which you end up writing, but you are literally selling them. So don't sell. Yeah, if you have a special section, if you are literally, this is your work, you are freelancing for somebody, it's okay. But you should take out time to write for yourself, because trust me friends, if you always write for money, there will be a time when you want to write for yourself and you will not find the motivation behind it, because money is a very big motivation, and try to stay away from that. So this is what I'm going to tell you. These are the 5 steps which you can follow. Apart from that, there is a certain rise of male bloggers, especially female bloggers. Everybody is blogging about something, which is actually good for our society, that people are trying to educate others based on their field of expertise. But I would tell you another thing: don't go for vocabulary, don't be a walking thesaurus when it comes to writing. You need to write for the masses, and if you're just writing for yourself, you understand what's in your head. You don't need hard words to express them. And if you're literally writing for others, you have to think that everybody might not be able to understand your tone or your word list. So write something, or write a good hand, while keeping things in simpler perspective. Like, you should keep things in simpler perspective. You should not go overboard with your language. Being frivolous with your writing will not help. So this is frivolous. What does that mean? So this is a small example. You can be creative, but don't go overboard with those words which you have seen in thesaurus, which kind of tempt you. Go simpler. Go for the people which understand, and also understand the audience you are catering to. If you already understood what audience you are catering to, you will surely be a fantastic writer. Currently, I'm working on my book, which might just come out by the first quarter of 2017, hopefully. And I will always have a close association and love for those words, even if I'm like making videos for now. I'm still maintaining my business as a content marketer and I'm as an entrepreneur. So this is what talking about writing and stuff is all about. This is literally a business tip, and you should like give a lot of thought to what I just said. Someday you might have an entrepreneur setup, you might own a startup, or you might have a book of your own, and these tips will surely come in handy. So first, you should never undermine any language. Second, you should be able to visualize stuff. Third, you should understand what kind of a writer you are. Fourth, you should read a lot. Fifth, you should not look to be a ghostwriter, write for money. And other small points is that don't be a walking thesaurus. And the last thing is that know the audience which you are catering to. So these friends might be very helpful tips for you if you want to be a good writer. How good you become depends upon practice and depends upon your love for those words and love for literature, regardless of the language. So till then, stay entertained.